Hey up cockers, how we doing? My name's Phil Cudworth, I'm a singer-songwriter. Put a little mini gig each week of the coronavirus lockdown. This is week 6, mini gig 6, I know. If this is the first one you've seen, where have you been? We've been at this for weeks now, but welcome, anyway, welcome. So yeah, week 6, so that's 2 songs at a time, that's 2 6s, that's 12. In the 70s, Ribblesdale Comprehensive School, Maths Set 5, Mr. Shoppers, you never forget. Never. How is everyone? All right? Good, strong, yeah. But I know people have been struggling this week. Well, it's no wonder, it's a bloody nightmare, isn't it? But I've talked to a few people who it just seems to be digging in. We'll win and we'll get through it. We just have to keep going and stay strong. And I hope you're all well and safe. You look fantastic, by the way. Brilliant. Much better than before. I think it's the exercise that the government's making us do. An hour a day we have to do, don't we? I'm knackered. Are you not? An hour a day. This is about an hour a week. But I don't want to get in trouble. So I'm out there doing it. It's paying off, I think. I'm feeling healthy and you look fantastic, like I say. Thank you very much to the people that have donated me some money. It's been really helpful and very humbling. But with my Aldi shop, with my groceries and with EE data, you know, a monthly thing I pay, and it runs out in these times when we're all FaceTiming, and they charge me an extortionate price for a last bit. Dicks. And they'll be listening. Dicks. Sorry. But thank you for donating. It's really helped. And also for the emails and the texts. I had some cracking conversations and emails with people. It's been lovely. On YouTube or my email or my phone, because all my information is on the website. And song requests, people asking for songs, which sometimes have been songs that I've already played on the other mini gigs, which means they haven't watched them all. Can you believe that? I know. That's been easy. That was on mini gig 3 actually. Like admin. That's working from home. That's my computer. Much more like that. But by far the front runner for a song request is this one. Way Out. It's a song that, yeah, I'm going to play it now. Firstly, I mean no offence to the Russian people by this song. It's a bit of fun. I've met lots of Russian people. They're lovely. I've played this when Russian people have been there. We've had a right laugh about it. The song's called The Russians Are Coming. There's a film by the same name that was done in the 60s or 70s. Where I got the thing from that started me thinking about writing it was an episode of Fools and Horses in series 1, episode about 5 or 6, called The Russians Are Coming, where they built a nuclear fallout shelter. You should watch it, it's brilliant. My dad used to always be on about it when he's read the paper and the Russians of the papers, a submarine coming up the bloody Thames. Anyway, so just before we start, I found this on the boat, some vodka. There's not much in it, there's enough for maybe 2 shots, 3 shots, 2 shots probably. There's a bit of it. It's been here years. It's got all grease on top. But now, so I thought we'd toast Russian people. I've been on the internet today. You've heard of it, yeah, you've heard of it. And there's a thing there, on there, called Google. Brilliant. If you want to remember it, think of the magic roundabout dog, Dougal, but with a G. It's fantastic. You can ask it anything you want. So I asked it the Russian for cheers, to toast people. And it is Ura, which it's going to be in it, a proper, like they are, because they're good lads like that, right? So we're going to give them a toast and we'll crack on with the song. Last thing to tell you, there's a swear word in this, just one, but it does raise its cheeky little face 4 times. I often, if there's kids at gigs, I often leave this word out and change it to somewhere else. But I'm not going to. I mean, if we're having this, and like I say, the people have requested it, I know they want that. We'll have it balls out and full fat, I think, yeah? So, to the good people of Russia, good health, and to all of you as well, good health. Let's keep going. Cheers. Sorry. Hurrah! And cheers. Oh! Oh, no. Hey! People drink that for pleasure. Right, let's get at on and crack on, eh? Oh, that's warmed me up. I've got used to that. Russians are coming, Eddie. I usually do all my Cossack dancing. If you've plenty of room, get coffee table move. Let's have a right go. Let's get right down. Ready? Come on, then. Bye. Ooh. I'm glowing inside off that. It's cracking. Ooh. Come on. The Russians are coming, the Russians are coming. They wear furry hats. The Russians are coming, the Russians are coming. They wear furry hats. But don't be afraid. don't be afraid, don't be afraid. They do a bend your leg, squat down, Cossackie dance. Hey, 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 makes them look like twats. It's just a bit of fun. They like drinking vodka, they can kick their legs up high. The West's supposed to be scared of them, I don't know why. They've got a massive army of nuclear bombs and the KGB. We could all just sleep with them, we've got the STDs. The Russians are coming, the Russians are coming, they wear furry hats. The Russians are coming, the Russians are coming, they wear furry hats. But don't be afraid, don't be afraid, don't be afraid. They do a bend your leg, squat down, Cossackie dance. Hey, 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 makes them look like twats. Come on then. Woo, now we've started, bro. They can come over here and murder you with just a cup of tea. I don't want polonium-210 in mine, just milk and 2 sugars for me. And there's a famous Russian torturer, he sounds a bit of a toff. He's got a long-winded double-barreled name, I kick a ball of golf. Oh well, the Russians are coming, the Russians are coming, they wear furry hats. The Russians are coming, the Russians are coming, they wear furry hats. But don't be afraid, but don't be afraid, but don't be afraid. They do a bend your leg, squat down, Cossackie dance. Hey, 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 makes them look like twats. Aye, aye, aye. Favourite verse. I think the Soviet Union flag was a hammer and a sickle. If I see Vladimir Putin, I'll give his bollocks a little tickle. They came to the Olympics, they were the fastest round the track. The only reason they won all the golds is they're all pumped up on smack. Oh well, the Russians are coming, the Russians are coming, they wear furry hats. The Russians are coming, the Russians are coming, they wear furry hats. But don't be afraid, there's no need. Don't be afraid, don't be afraid. They do a bend your leg, squat down, Cossackie dance. Hey, 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 makes them look like twats. Thank you for sharing that with me. It's just a bit of fun, don't worry. Well, I might sail the boat into the middle of nowhere and cover it with trees for a few minutes. I'm joking. It's right, don't worry too much. Okay. Oh man, I'm missing gigging so much, really. You know, come on, with everybody there and the sweating and the beer and everybody stoned and chilling out. I mean, I know there's bigger problems in the world at the moment, but God, I'm missing it. It's just not the same. But, well, we'll crack on, but it's not the same. But thanks very much for listening to me. You know, when people shouting out, "Hey, Phil, you wanker." I mean, you probably are shouting that, but I can't hear you. It's not the same. Wish I could. Oh, well, don't text me that. I'd rather not have that. But anyway. Yeah, man, we've got to keep going and keep strong. That's all we can do. Keep supporting each other. And everybody's doing it. I know they are. But we have to just keep doing it, I suppose. Just keep trying, you know. We're doing it. There's a lot of strange jobs that have gone kind of down the shit pan, really. You know, the pubs, obviously, all the hotels, the restaurants, all the kind of that industry, live music industry, obviously. But I want to give a special shout out because I've got a vested interest in it. The travel agency, having a shit time of it. Obviously, nobody's going on holiday at the moment, clearly. But my eldest daughter, Lauren, works in that. And her job at the moment is to get up, go downstairs, switch on a computer, she's working from home, be on the phone, and just have people shouting at her all day and being horrible. I mean, they're angry, they lost her holidays, but it's not her fault, she's a lovely kid. So I've tried to give her a bit of advice, you know, like fatherly advice, how to deal with it, you know. Whatever, dickhead. But she's been on lots of training to not do that, so we don't do that. But we'll have a little shout out to all them people. So all the people working having to do that, and Lauren, get your strongbow out, love. You'll be having one, won't you? If it's past, whatever, breakfast. Cheers, everybody. Let's keep staying strong. Oh, well, that's lovely. Oh, it will be. The vodka was the last thing I drunk. Right, we'll have another tune. Sorry, I'm banging on here. Forget what I'm doing. Now, I'll have another song. I was born in 1962, so I went to school a bit in the 60s, but mostly in the 70s. I was very lucky. I had a good childhood. I had a proper dad. You know, the kind that if you fell off your bike, he picked the bike up first, checked it, and then maybe after 4 shouts you didn't get up, he'd pick you up and then bollock you for falling off your bike. You know, different people, lovely people, but just different, strong, tough, hard. All, you know, rugby players they were, and boxers. My dad taught me to fight. Not very well, get my head kicked in all the time, but anyway, taught me to fight. And the ones before them, like my grandma's, both of them, and especially that, my dad's mum, good God. Lovely, lovely lady, but man, tough. If you've ever been hit by a walking stick, it's not a day at the seaside. And the kids out there, right, when we were young, they used to bend you over and smack you on your arse with a stick. How do you think about that, eh? Yeah. I mean, I love it now, but different. Right, we'll have this tune. It's called Coward. I never thought I was tough enough when I was at school. I still don't. I'm soft as shit. It's about being at school in the 70s, really. It's a good one, you like it. We normally have a bit of percussion here, like a drum beat. It's me banging on the floor. I think Boz or somebody on a cajon there. Ready? First day in big school, 11 plus failed, shaking like a shitting dog. These boys aren't boys at all, they look like men. They want to put my head down the bog. I've no idea who's hardest between me and my mate Dave, 'cause we've never had a fight. We're having one tomorrow behind the science block, so we won't sleep tonight. We're trying to be brave, trying to stay sane, trying to be brave through the grave. Trying to be brave, trying to stay sane, trying to be braver through the grave, but I'm a coward. Alright! Hey! Woo! Hey, get drum going, lad! We all left school at 16, shop floor or building site. School days gone in a flash. Trying to drink and trying to smoke and trying to be a man. Trying to grow a tash. Kept warm by coal and northern soul and a cocky youthful swagger, but scared of what might be. Then kids got born, I got old, I could only tell them what got told to me. Just try to be brave, try to stay sane, try to be brave to the grave. Try to be brave, try to stay sane, come on, try to be brave up to the grave. I'm a coward, come on then, hey, let's get both going. Woo! Get that lantern going. Makes perfect sense, we all see why most of us are scared to die. But why are we scared to live? Log off our phones, don't go home, let's try and spend some time alone without a sedative. We read the news, it's always bad, the media want to keep us sad. They'll never set us free. We're acting like we couldn't have cared, secretly we're really scared. It can't be only me. Let's try to be brave, let's try to stay sane, try to be brave to the grave. Hey! Try to be brave, try to stay sane, try to be brave to the grave. Let's try to be brave, try to stay sane, try to be brave to the grave. Try to be brave, try to stay sane, try to be brave right to the grave. But I'm a coward. Oh, I did enjoy playing that. I haven't played that for a long time. That's the good thing about doing this as well, actually, and in the weeks to come. There's playing a lot of old songs. They're off my first album, both of them. That's a CD. You see that look? It looks like a record. Clever, isn't it? That? It's got like pretend vinyl. They're all on my website if you want to have a look at that. Cudworth.com, sorry, is my website. I keep forgetting to say the name of it. And if you can spare me any money, that's my PayPal thing. It'd just be really helpful. Like I'm a busker, you know, and I have my hat down. But I've been overwhelmed. It's been lovely. So I've only got one more thing to say, and then I will leave you in peace. I'm sorry for going on, but I can't help myself. I'm not able to talk too much in time. So I'm just, this is something that's really freaking me out, right? It really is freaking me out. I'm just going to have a drink, actually. Cheers, it's warm in here. I've got wood burner going. I need a bit of help, advice with all this, I think. Now, soon, they say, they're going to start lifting lockdown a bit and a bit of normality. Not back to normal like before. God knows when that'll be, but at some point. But a bit, yeah? Now, I don't know how I'm going to carry myself. I feel like I almost have to kind of reinvent who I am. It's weird. It's really buzzing my brain, man. I mean, I'm probably the same as a lot of you lot. I haven't seen any of my family for a long time in real life. And I haven't, you know, seen any of my friends, a lot of, in close friends as well, in real life at all. So now when we're allowed to see those people, it's not just the same. We can't hug each other. I'm sure we still can't do that. I mean, what are we going to do? How am I going to carry myself? It's like it's a whole new world. It's just bizarre. Maybe something, more eye contact, you know, but that freaks us out, doesn't it? It's always like, hey, oh, I'm sorry, that's probably real sexy to you. But that's a weird thing. Or something with our arms or something we could do. I have no answers. I have more questions than I'll ever have answers. But I don't know, some way of doing that conveys the love, shall we say. Anyway, so, answers on a postcard next week if you want to save humanity. Right, I'm going to go. Thank you very much. I'll be back next week for Mini Gig 7. We're going to keep going, man. We've got plenty of songs on the album. Some of them are buried in the middle and they never get gigged. It's my best work. So we'll keep going. Thank you for listening. Thanks for being here. And also, of always, thanks to the people that are out there looking after us, all feeding us. You know, the people in the care homes are having a nightmare at the moment, bless them. And the paramedics and, of course, as always, the front line of the NHS, warriors and heroes, every single one. Thank you. Stay safe, stay strong. Let's keep going. See you next time.